You know, anytime you come to a racetrack and you're racing in three $40,000 races and you finish second, fourth, and fifth, pretty good night, right? I'm mad. I'm angry. And I think when you look at how the fillies raced, yeah, spend that money. We scoped her after. She still has that mucus with the allergies. And we've been through this with West 52nd, Oso Pine last year, and I guess again this year, part of it anyway. Some of the 2-year-olds, but when they're at the top of their game, you really notice it. Now, when Spend That Money came here in June, a little bit before allergy season, before the real heat hit, and she just looked like a filly that was going to obliterate everybody. Certainly, we thought she was by far the best filly. And then Globetrotting raced. I'm like, geez, you know, they're really nice fillies. Compass Rose DC won in 59 that night. You know, we had the world by the arse. And then, you know, Globetrotting went that mammoth mile after getting scared, and then come back and won easy. Spend That Money was sick. But then when she came back last week, she didn't race well again. We scoped her. That none of the thick mucus from when she was sick, but still a lot of allergy mucus was in there. Good news is there's no blood. I think the problem we have is it's hard to treat horses for allergies in Ohio. In Ontario, you can use a low dose of watered down cortisone, Predef it's called, and antihistamines after the horses are entered into go, or when they're entered into go. But in Ohio, the withdrawal time for those medications is really far out, like 14 days, same as Pennsylvania. So to treat them here is a problem. I talked to Jason about changing up her schedule, maybe giving her more paddock time early in the morning, late at night, to help with that, you know, the colder air and the colder grass might help her with her allergies a little bit. It might not. But we can't continue to do the same thing and hope for different results. Mechanically, James said she was trotting well tonight. I thought she looked sound warming up and looked good. But when that horse came to her, she didn't have that gear that she needed and that she's always had. That's pretty much it. You know, she got the first part of the race to himself. Chris Page came down the backstretch. If Chris Page almost clears and then beats him and she's second, you're like, she was better. She was a beaten fifth. And I think we need to work on those allergy problems. So Jason's going to talk to the veterinarian tomorrow and see what options we have. Obviously, switch up her the problem also is she doesn't like being in the paddock by herself. I hate putting horses out together in stake season because you all know what's going to happen. You know, one of them's going to kick the other one or something, and it's a problem. But Susie K is a real sweet filly and seems to get along with everybody. So I said maybe turn them out together and watch them, and then they can spend some time in the paddock together. I think it would benefit them both. That's going to be our plan moving forward for a week from now. Try and combat those allergies best we can. Turn her out in the field, have a buddy with her, hopefully Susie K, and hopefully they get along, don't kill each other, and then we can hopefully see improvement on Spend That Money. The colder air is coming. Unfortunately, the stake season's almost going to be over when it's gone. So we really have to work on trying to get on top of that and keeping her cleaned up. Then we raced Compass Rose DC. She hasn't made a break yet. Made a break leaving the gate. Was spotted way back. I know the line charts are 2 back at the quarter, but anybody with eyeballs in their head knows that she was at least 15, 16 lengths back. She went a tremendous mile to be second. So obviously it was up to Globetrotting, and she warmed up so good. I said, you know, easiest division, warmed up good. She's going to lay a real beating on them. You know, it's going to salvage tonight. At the end of the day, we'll go home with the first, second, and fifth. She starts coming up behind the gate, and she wears, as I said, that Murphy blind head pole and gate and strap. She kind of got away from it. Now, her first start, she had the 8-hole in Northfield. Then she had the 9-hole in Scioto outside of the gate. Then she was trailing. She wasn't even on the gate. So I think it's a matter of maybe she was a little claustrophobic and a little antsy. She loves to race. So maybe she was just a little out of sorts. And I said to Jason, for Scioto next week, we're going to take the Murphy blind off, take the gate and strap off, leave that head pull on. She'll have more space, and then we'll see how she behaves. I suspect she'll behave a lot better. But for any of you that can do math, charted 27 lengths back. She trotted her last 3 quarters on a half-mile track and 126 flat. The track record for fillies is 56-4. I'm I'm not bragging. I mean, I'm still very upset about it, but clearly she cemented herself as, I think, now Compass Rose was impressive tonight, but I think we have two of the best fillies in Ohio. My biggest concern right now driving down the road is I still don't know exactly why Globetrotting made the mistake tonight. I knew why she made the mistake in Scioto when she made the break. It was perfect the next week. I just don't know what happened tonight. So probably look at the replay a little bit more. We'll draw our blood, but I doubt their blood's going to tell us anything we don't already know. I think it was just a bad start. A bad start for the filly. So she's got Scioto next week, where she's already won handily in hand and looked great. Then she has the final in Northfield. I'm not too concerned with Northfield. She already won in 57-3 here and looked tremendous. I'm not really worried about the Northfield thing. Just a matter of she's a quirky filly, so we have to work with that. That's all. And spend that money obviously is an issue we're going to have to deal with, and Jason will start dealing with that tomorrow. We'll see how things shake down and how she behaves next week at Scioto. So that was that Beach Bum BB race tonight. She looked like she was a little headstrong too over that 56. Ended up, she got beat. I forget how fast they went. She was fourth. A little weak. I'd say they went 55 or so. But raced okay, I guess. So I guess a really dreary night, for picking up a second, a fourth, 2 fourths, and a fifth in racing. You couldn't be more angry than I am right now. So maybe these fillies spoiled us a little bit, but they'll bounce back next week. Scioto in 7 days. So we will be back in Scioto Downs next week with all 3 fillies. See if we can't pick up the pieces and put them back together to put the fillies back where they belong in the winner's circle. Anyway, talk to you guys soon. I am off to PEI tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. I'm going to resume my vacation for the last 3 days in Prince Edward Island. Then I am back in the Poconos. 5 fillies in the Poconos on Monday evening. Talk to you soon. Take care.